Um, Hello there, you guys. Welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be discussing with you a bit more about football. I'm going to be discussing with you a bit about Chelsea Football Club as well, because a couple of media outlets have basically now suggested out is about Chelsea. Apparently now Chelsea are actually now planning to put out a double swoop now in January, because you can tell basically Conte's not he wasn't satisfied with Chelsea's with the he wasn't satisfied with Chelsea's transfer market, as he's basically admitted as Conte won the league in his first season with Chelsea Football Club, and he has got a 3-year deal with Chelsea Football Club as Conte, and he's in his second year of his current 3-year deal is Conte. But apparently he wasn't satisfied in the transfer market. Obviously Chelsea got the likes of Morata in that they paid about £70 million for, got Bakayoko and they got Rodgers, so they did spend about over £100 million, but obviously he wasn't satisfied that he missed out on some quite a few targets was Conte, but apparently the media reports are actually suggesting for Mitty that he could actually make the move back to the Serie A, because he's the ex Juventus manager, as I said, but he's obviously trying to resist the chance of him leaving Chelsea, of trying to get a couple of more players in January to bolster Chelsea squad. For me, Chelsea have done well this season. They did well last season. Obviously, they won the league in the first year of Conte. We know Stamford Bridge has been a fortress before, especially under Jose Mourinho. Chelsea had a fantastic record at home, but obviously they know still where problems lie in the team. I still think they're going to be competitive this season. I still think they're going to be, in with a shout, because they did lose to Manchester City. But I just don't think they have the character and depth, this season, especially, like Manchester United and Manchester City do with Chelsea. And now the problems lie even more for Chelsea, especially in their attack, obviously, because Morata has just suffered an hamstring injury, and the press are actually reporting that he could be out for 6 weeks. Could Morata, the player that's, he was very, very good at Madrid, even though he was a reserve player. And he was very, very good with Juventus as well. So he had a very, very good pedigree with Juventus as well, did Alvaro Morata. He's hit form this season. He's scored loads of goals. Chelsea have scored quite a lot of goals this season as well, but they are lacking that depth in the attack. Obviously, Chelsea without Alvaro Morata, who has currently suffered that injury. They've got Bakayoko in there, and Chelsea is still an elite opposition, as I said, but for me, I just don't think they're going to be as competitive this season as the likes of us or Manchester City. Pep Guardiola's a good manager for City. Mourinho's a very, very good manager for us, because Mourinho and Pep Guardiola have got both good pedigrees, but I think Mourinho just slightly beats Pep Guardiola. So this is why I think Manchester United, now we've got it right. Mourinho's got his tactical game plan right. There's been much more improvement than last season, and I do think Man United can get the league get the league this season, first time since 2013, and it would be really, really good to see. But City are in with a shout, and I think it's going to come down to them two teams, because with City you've got Aguero hitting form, Sterling hitting form for them, who they paid £49 million for, has now made over century appearances. Gabriel Jesus. So City are very, very good in the attack, and City are very, very strong defensively, as well, as they spent a lot of money on fullbacks in the window, did City. But for us, I think, we're going to be, because we've got Lukaku, that's nearly got a century of goals now in the Premier League. He's, got 11 goals a season. We've got young talent in our team, such as Martial, Rashford, that growing and developing into the game, and they're making a massive, massive impact this season. Are Rashford and Martial as well. Lukaku's doing well, Mkhitaryan's doing very well in that number 10 role, and I think we look very, very good at the back. Bailey and Jones, complement each other very well. Smalling's been playing well the last couple of games. Since Ashley Young's come back, he's been playing very, very well at the left back position as well. Matic is very, very good in our midfield. Yeah, we still have concerns in the midfield bit, obviously, because we know Pogba's injured still. We know Pogba's injured. We know we've got Rojo still injured at left back. We know Ibrahimovic is expected to return in December as well. And Mourinho does have plans to get players in the January window as well. So I think, it's going to be interesting this season. But What's basically reporting out now, apparently Chelsea, obviously, apparently planning to do a double swoop in January. Considering apparently now Chelsea are looking to uh, uh, showed re-interest in Alexandro from Juventus, a player that basically was their main priority target at the fullback. Chelsea's Alexandro was Chelsea's main priority target. Apparently, they're willing to plot a bidding for a £60 million bidding for him, and willing to try and get Alexis Sanchez added into the mix as well. So what's been mentioned is Chelsea are willing to put maybe £60 million in for Alexandro to go for him in January. Juventus had turned down two bids in the process from Chelsea during the August window for Alexis Sandro, because that was Chelsea's main priority target. But Alexandro is a very, very good fullback. You know, he's strong, he's quick, he's a good, strong tackler. He's good at beating opponents one-on-one. His defensive distribution is very, very good. His attacking play is very, very good. He can play anywhere on the left-hand side. As I said, he's earned 7 caps for Brazil's Alexandro. Last season, he made 20 odd appearances and scored 3 goals. This season, he's already scored 1 goal as well for Juventus as the current player. But he's an ex-Santos player. He was on loan at Santos. He won honours there. Went to Porto, I think, for about £9 million, was it? Something like that. He was there about 4 years with Porto. He won honours there and achieved very, very well. And he's been at Juventus since 2015, so this is his 3rd season in the process now with Juventus. And at Porto, he made 87 senior appearances for Juventus, for Porto, should I say, and for Juventus so far, he's made 53 senior league appearances as well in the process. As the player, but Alexandro is a very, very good fullback. As I've just said, Chelsea are planning to go for him as well, because Chelsea still know where the problems lie. Obviously, you know, now Morata's injured. You know, obviously Diego Costa's also left Chelsea as well, so Chelsea are gonna have to try and maybe hire a replacement for him as well. But apparently Chelsea are planning to maybe go for Alexis Sanchez. Now, apparently Chelsea have not given up on their interest, and they are still interested in Alexis Sanchez from Arsenal. Alexis Sanchez, we know he's coming to an end of his deal with Arsenal Football Club in the process as well. He's coming to an end of his deal with Arsenal Football Club. You know, he was demanding £400,000 a week. Arsenal offered him £300,000 a week. He had turned this down. It also said AC Milan have had interest. They're willing to plot £75 million bidding for Alexis Sanchez, but Arsenal would profit from that. You know, they'd make a £40 million profit, you know, considering they paid £35 million for him Barcelona. And Sanchez and Ozil are coming to end their deals, but I think Arsenal would rather cash in on the current players. But it's saying Chelsea are willing to put a double swoop in for Alexis Sandro and Alexis Sanchez in the process. A player that risen up the ranks under knees. He's made over century appearances now for Arsenal Football Club, and he has scored 53 goals in the process. He scored 24 goals in 38 appearances last season. Bayern Munich had an interest in August. He still said Paris Saint-Germain are interested in the player as well. Man United have had still an interest in the player. Manchester City are interested. I think Manchester City have still actually emerged as the front runners to get Alexis Sanchez's signature, because him and Pep Guardiola are fantastic together at Barcelona. As I said, he's won 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons with Arsenal Football Club, as I said, and he just quoted that he wanted Champions League football. But are Arsenal prepared to do any business with Chelsea, you know, considering they are London rivals? But Chelsea apparently have showed an interest in Alexis Sanchez from Arsenal Football Club. But obviously, Arsenal, for me, who generated a lot of money in the August window, obviously, you know, raised a lot of money. They only bought Lacazette, you know, who's doing very, very well for them, to be fair. Lacazette and Sanchez, you know, I think will be a fantastic partnership for Arsenal. And to be fair to Arsenal, you know, they're going to have January plans. But to be fair to Arsenal Football Club, you know, since that Liverpool defeat, you know, they've performed better. You know, they're starting to pick up points. You know, result against Brighton. They're doing well in the Europa League so far. You know, got a good draw at Stamford Bridge. As I said, beat Bournemouth. So I think since the Liverpool defeat, Arsenal have picked up pace. I still don't think, you know, they're competitive, you know, to go on and win the league, which they, you know, haven't done for years and years and years. Arsenal, they are currently the FA Cup holders, record holders of the FA Cup, but I think for them to be child challengers, you know, they need to reinvest. They need to get some really, really good players in their team. But Arsenal are obviously nowhere near the same calibre as Manchester United. Your Cities and your Chelseas are there, and you know this is what I'm saying. But Arsenal Football Club obviously it's their target is not basically to go for the Premier League this season, which they're not going to do. It's basically to try and get Champions League football, and this is what Sanchez said he wanted. So basically, their aim is to do well in Europa League, or even try and get top four and get Champions League qualification in the process. So that's basically Arsenal's target. But obviously, you know they've got plans for January. Obviously, now they're already now eyeing replacements out for Sanchez and Mesut Ozil in the process. Our Arsenal Football Club, and it did actually suggest earlier on that Mesut Ozil could actually make the move to Old Trafford. As I said, he could make the move to Old Trafford because Mesut Ozil did say he was keen on reuniting with Jose Mourinho after they were fantastic of Real Madrid, and it explained in the article earlier on, guys, as I showed you in that article about Mesut Ozil, that it did explain that Man United was still interested in Sanchez. It explained, you know, the relationship and bond, you know, with Ozil and Mourinho at Real Madrid, and it also explained, you know, between Ozil, Arsenal, and his extensive contract talks have currently stalled, so they have come to a conclusion. It quoted out they are nowhere near on coming to an agreement of securing Ozil a new deal. It also explained he's not satisfied with the club and he was demanding a higher wage in his salary. I think he was demanding over 300,000 a week. Was a Mesut Ozil, but he's a player. He's fantastic in that number 10 role. He's good at creating chances. As I said, he's really, really good at providing assists. Mesut Ozil. So do you think he could possibly make the move to Manchester United? Inter Milan have been interested, but they're currently ended the interest in the player. He's won 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons with Arsenal. Also was in Bundesliga for 5 years. But he's made over century appearances for Arsenal now. Made over century appearances all for Real Madrid when he was there. But yeah, he is a very, very good player, but he doesn't seem happy now at Arsenal Football Club, so I presume that he's going to be moving. And did say Man United are willing to make a move for the player in January, so Arsenal would rather cash in on them players rather than let them go 3 next summer, because Ozil becomes a 3 transfer next summer in the process. So this is basically what has been reported out. So for me, you know, the way this season's going, as I said, you know, I think, you know, I think Manchester United are going to be definitely in the mix, because we haven't been very consistent for the last couple of years. As I said, we've got it right now. Jose Mourinho spent over 300 million to transfer windows. I think Chelsea is still going to be up there. As I said, you know, they've got Morata out. That's a concern for them now. For me, Arsenal, no, not just as yet. Tottenham, for me, Tottenham, you know, have been very, very consistent last couple of years, as I do keep explaining. They've been very, very consistent, as I said, you know. For 3 years, they've been very, very good. They've got very, very good players in their team, you know. They've got the likes of Harry Kane. They've got the likes of Dele Alli. You know, they've got very, very good players. And, you know, their away form, especially this season, has been absolutely phenomenal, you know. Very, very good, you know, scoring goals. It's just that they need to get that consistency at Wembley, which they haven't done yet. They haven't won a league game at Wembley this season, but they have got one of the best strikers in the world, could you say. Harry Kane, you know, has won the Golden Boot the last couple of years. He's hit over a century goals now for Tottenham Hotspur in the process. He's hit over a century goals. He scored 80 odd now in the Premier League. Harry Kane is reason up the ranks fantastically well. And in the 3 years Tottenham have been progressing well. He has been absolutely sensational for the Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. And for me, I don't think Kane has got any intentions of leaving yet, but obviously a player of his calibre, he wants to be elevating to a higher level, you know, he wants to be winning trophies, you know. And will he do this to Tottenham? It's really, really hard to say, but he would be worth at least £100 million in the transfer market, would Harry Kane. But yeah, they're doing very, very well away from home, but they need to get that form. They need to hit that form at Wembley, but they are still waiting for their new stadium, our Tottenham Hotspur. For me, Tottenham could be still in the top 5, maybe could still get top 4, maybe, but we'll see, we'll see. And also, Liverpool Football Club, as I said, they're going to be nowhere near. I said they had never ever won the Premier League, and as I did say, for Liverpool Football Club, they never won the Premier League. I don't want them to win the Premier League because one, I hate them. Two, they've basically never won it anywhere. And the closest they come was back in 2014. That was the closest, basically, you could say Liverpool come to basically gaining the Premier League title. But Liverpool are a flop, and as I said, they've won 5 Champions League, but considering they bought quite a few players in the window, as I said, Klopp is not a bad manager. It's just that I think Liverpool are very, very good attackively. They are very, very good attackively, to be quite fair. They can score goals, but they leak a lot of goals as well to Liverpool, and that is a problem because they do have problems at the back, do Liverpool Football Club, and that's what they need to reinvest in the January transfer window. But I just don't think Liverpool convert enough chances. I don't think they're good enough defensively, and this is what's costing Liverpool. And this season they had a good start to the season, to be fair, and since they beat Arsenal 4-0, Liverpool have gone. They have gone downhill of Liverpool since that result against Arsenal. They've had draws against the likes of Burnley, drawing the Champions League a couple of times, drawing with Newcastle at the weekend. Drawing with Watford on the beginning of the season. Who else? Yes, they beat Arsenal 4-0. Luke getting battered at Manchester City 5-0. But since that Liverpool defeat, since they beat Arsenal, Liverpool have been very, very poor, and they know where their problems lie in their squad. So they're not an elite opposition. They haven't been elite opposition for at least about 2 or 3 years. Liverpool have not been a proper elite competitive opposition. For me, I don't think they're ever going to win the Premier League. Well, especially not now at the moment in time. They're not good enough. They haven't got the team to win the Premier League, but they need to sort their problems out in the defence. So for me this season, I think it's going to be between Manchester United and Manchester City in the process, and that's just basically my opinion on the situation. So yeah, for me, I've been proud with Tottenham last couple of years. From Manchester United's perspective, we're very consistent this season. Wasn't very, very good last season, but we did get that Europa League, which was very, very important. That got us back in the Champions League. And so far, we're doing very, very well in the Champions League. And we've got Fellaini also, that's hitting form. That's really, really good to see, taking Paul Pogba's position. For me, I think Manchester United still basically need a creative winner in the team. Presumably, do we still need a left back? Maybe so, yes. Obviously, Mourinho's still looking for a midfielder, for an alternative replacement for Michael Carrick as well in the process. So, what were I going to say now? But yes, regarding Arsenal looking at a few replacements, Julian Draxler has been mentioned. Could Arsenal basically look at him because he was a target during the summer? Julian Draxler, who actually made his debut in 2011 for Schalke. That's where he's done the ranks very, very well. Didn't do so good at Wolfsburg, but he was at Schalke, was it about 4 years, something like that. Made his debut in 2011 for Schalke. Made nearly 2 century appearances, scored 30 goals, won quite a few honours. He won quite a few honours with Wolfsburg as well, and PSG had paid £40 million for him when he signed a 4-year deal, and PSG have only had the player since January. Made 17 appearances last season, scored 4 goals. This season, I think he's scored 1 goal so far in the process as Julian Draxler, and he was very, very good in the Confederations Cup as well. But he's strong, he's quick, he's good in the air, his power of his shots very, very good, he's distinctive in his play. He's got good shot accuracy as well as Julian Draxler. So Arsenal have looked at him as a possible target as well. So yeah, Arsenal have eyed a few targets for the January transfer window. As I said, so going back to the Chelsea situation, as I said, it's reports everything to that Conte could actually make the move back to Juventus, providing that he did win the title with Chelsea in his debut season with Chelsea Football Club. But he's got a 3-year deal with Chelsea, hasn't he? And he's in his 2nd year with Chelsea, but he wasn't satisfied in the transfer market with. He clearly disappointed with a lack of investment in the transfer market from Chelsea Football Club, because he said they did miss out on quite a few targets as well in the process. But he's saying they're targeting Alexis Sandro as they did in the August window, a player that was at Santos on loan, 1 honours. Player was at Porto 4 years. Porto purchased him for nearly 10 million, 1 honours with them, and made 87 league appearances for them. And at Juventus, he's won quite a few honours, and he's made 53 appearances in the league with Juventus in the process as well, and 7 caps for Brazil as well. But he's a good tackler, he's good in the air, his defensive distribution is very, very good, distinctive in his play, he's good on the left-hand side, he can play anywhere on the left flank as well, so Chelsea may go for him in January as well in the process. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel, subscribe to my channel as always, and take it easy, and I'll see you later. Bye.